Basket Brains, Distorts, and Frisbee Freaks. Emerald City Disc proudly brings to you the greatest podcast in the world. Kirby here, aka Darkwing Disc. Alongside me, as always, is the Fairway Finder, Ollie DePina. Welcome to KO Disc Golf
Show.
I feel like we missed it pretty bad on that
Yeah,
one.
I keep forgetting the K. I get too excited. I just start going, whoa, and then I'm like, oh, wait. I'm sorry.
You're supposed to be locked in.
Yeah,
Welcome to episode 120 of the KO Disc Golf Show. Ollie, we've been doing this for 120 weeks. Absolutely crazy. This is the Star U episode. We're actually going to use the same KO question this week that we did last week because we didn't answer it last week. So pick one. You either fight a serval or for the rest of your life, every straw you use is slightly too small. Not crazy, but like really annoying. So comment down below and we will get to it at the end of the episode. I promise we're actually going to get to it this week. Ollie, how you doing, man? How's it going?
Been good. Had a pretty chill week. Roxy was out. Did some dog sitting for my friend, and got out to Lakewood League. That was really fun. Yeah, I got to play some of the new holes in a tournament or like a rated round for the first time, which was cool. Um, it's a hot day. It was getting hot. Like it started off pretty chill and then it got pretty hot, but it was a fun time. I'm definitely like I was warming up and my putt was feeling good. I like played like the first 5 holes and like threw like practice shots on multiple of them and just looks like taking my time and like really and like I was like, "Oh, this is feeling good. This is feeling good." And then like I got there like an hour and a half hour before tea time, and so then I'm like playing and I get like 20 minutes, 15 minutes before I'm like back practice putting area. Everything like was feeling different and like it's something I've been noticing more, like my practice putts are just so much different than my tournament putts. Like
Mm-hmm.
I go back to this like I practice putt so confidently, like a lot of pace, a lot of like everything's like, oh, that's like how I want to putt, like legitimately. And then I get to there and it's like the most like just give it enough energy to get into the basket. Yeah. No, and it changes so, and I'm like, what am I doing? And it's
Yeah.
the same thing with my drive too. Like I threw like 4 tilts on hole 3 and got them all in the island, like parked basically, and was feeling so good on that. I was like, okay, we're dialed. Like we this is gonna be the shot. And I throw it on the in the tournament and like all my forehands I'm chopping like a lot more during my round, but like during warm up everything was feeling so smooth, so it's like there's definitely some mental block I need to work out with that, and maybe it's just a consistency thing, not playing as much recently, but it was really frustrating. But my putts were going in, but then like I feel like it can only go so far. I did hit some longer ones, which was good, and like some like really obstructive ones, but for some pars. But like when I'm hitting good putts on bad drives for par, or like bad putts on good drives for par, it's just so I think the wheels fall off a little sooner than later in those rounds. So like by hole 13, I was feeling like I didn't really miss a putt until hole 13, and then like hole 13 comes around and like I couldn't bank on my putt to like I think it was, yeah, you get out to that field area,
Mm-hmm.
um
It's windy
and
out there.
I had a great drive, I'm like 35 feet, 40 feet from the basket, and I like just loft it and I gave it nothing, and it gets the nose up and it goes like not that far, but like towards that hillside. Yep. And then like I'm putting back up towards the basket and I missed that, so I went from like a possible like kind of I wasn't even like, yeah, so there's definitely some like faulty things in my own game that I need to like address and look at, whether it's just like a maybe practice something more realistically that I can do, feel confidently to do in a tournament round, I guess, if maybe that's
Mm-hmm.
the mental block it is, but figure that out in a way that I can make my game more fluent to like how I practice and like play. Like cuz when I go play at like North Park, there's no nerves or anything, and I'm just throwing all my lines, they're going exactly where I want. I'm hitting
Mm-hmm.
my shots and it feels so good. Then I try to like go to another course and do something similar, and there's like definitely like a blockade in my head. So
Yeah.
uh,
That one, honestly, like that sounds like kind of decision making error. And I run into that a lot myself where I kind of
mhm.
like, I want to run this putt and then I kind of like don't want to give it like a full go. And there's times where I've just been like, you're not running this putt. So like, don't even act like you're trying to. And I'll throw it at the ground right at the pole. And it looks stupid from 45, 50 feet sometimes, but like I wasn't gonna make it, and it's like,
Yeah.
and I know, like, if I miss this and it goes really bad, I can have that bogey, maybe double bogey opportunity. So like, why bother? Why not just lay it up, kind of thing?
Yeah.
So no, it's hard to like make those decisions though. I feel you.
So I think I think you hit it. Yeah, there's definitely. I mean, you're 100%. There's definitely in my retrospect, drive home from the round, you think about things and stuff, and so like it happens all the time. Like mid putt, mid throw, I'll like have like what I want to do, and like
Hmm.
whether it's a layup or like whatever I'm trying to do on my throw, and then mid like almost go down. I'm like I give it like a little, I don't know, like it's just so interesting. Like it's definitely like mid wind up. I'm like still thinking about my decision, which is like bad, you know?
Yeah, you're changing your mind or still
Yeah,
kind of like, oh, should I do this or that or hyzer or flat? And it's just like when you end up throwing it, it's not really either, and it's just like, well, that's the worst outcome, is to actually be kind of in the middle of both of those. And yeah,
exactly. So I think there's some decision making, some confidence, and some like commitment. I need to be playing a little more committed to what I'm trying to do, and I think it will help me. But I think it will also come with just doing some more rounds. So I got hopefully some more stuff lined up, and we're excited about. So
nice. Are you coming out to Mountain View?
I was looking at that.
Yeah,
I gotta just check my days. What I
I
think.
think we're teeing off. MPO is going to go early in the morning, so if you have work that night, you could probably make it happen. Sunday might be kind of a quick turnaround if you're working at night and then coming out in the morning, but I don't
Oh
know, it's
no,
possible.
yeah, no, I can always just take Saturday off. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, my week has been pretty chill. I went out to South Fork Landing with Chuck this week. We played the Mountain View Championship layout, and kind of just. I really like. I've decided that I really like the change to hole whatever the par four, like the par four that we have out there is, and basically making like a big like OB space on the right hand side, because it does, like, Chuck was trying to just throw like a layup out there and was throwing them a little too far, so it was actually kind of trickling into the OB, which does kind of put a little bit of like touch to that play. I didn't put one out far enough to the right, so I ended up kind of like right behind the tree, which put me into a tough position. We even tried just throwing it straight and kind of looking at that, getting back into the green, which was not super comfortable. So it really, like, you have to commit to like a first touchy shot, and then you have to carry OB for the whole second shot if you want to get the true birdie. And I think that's a really fun play. So I'm pretty into that. But good time out there with him. We went out there like hella early in the morning, and I was like, if we go, I got to get out there at 7 so I can leave and get to the store by 11 and all that. And we finished in like an hour and a half, and I was like
Yeah,
looking at him being like, well, I have a lot of time, do you want to play some more? And we just like hung out and like palled around, which was cool. But yeah, it was one of those like, oh, it's probably going to take us 2.5 hours, and we finished in like an hour and a half, and it was just like, well, shit, we didn't have to be here that early actually. So but it was really cool to meet up with him. Yesterday, I went out with Tyler Schrock. We went to Delphi and Evergreen.
nice.
We both kind of had the day off, and both of my wife and his wife are kind of away too. So easy day to go and hang out. It was cool. A lot of like spending some time in traffic, just kind of getting to know Schrock a little better and that kind of thing. Which was awesome. Playing Delphi with him in Evergreen. I'm not like, I don't know. This is something we'll talk about in the tournament look ahead, but like Evergreen is like, that course kind of gives me fits. Like, I feel like there's a bunch of shots there that don't play super well to like my natural shapes or my natural lines, and I think I got to get like kind of like clever and kind of like sneaky on some of those. And it was good playing with Tyler because he was just like, no, 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 you just do this, and I'm like, what the fuck, like what, and I know I can throw a lot of the same shapes as Tyler and that kind of stuff. So it really was just about finding the right disc that kind of matches the shape that he's trying to throw out there and that kind of thing. So that was really, really cool. Like I mentioned last week, I didn't go to Ravens Run. Just spent the week, at home, kind of chilling, which is really good. Honestly, I was like shocked that it was Monday. Like, it feels like this past week went by like so fast, with like, even with like not really much to do or not much going on. I feel
Yeah.
like it just kind of, yeah, all of a sudden like we're doing this show again, which is crazy. Um I made a fancy dinner for my mother-in-law and my wife. Something that I'm trying to do is like have my mother-in-law over and make like kind of like a nicer dinner and kind of show off like use my culinary skills a little bit and kind of treat her to a nice dinner. And this week I made lobster mac and cheese, which is like I haven't made in probably, I mean, 15 years. Like I worked at a restaurant in Rhode Island that we made it, and I really haven't done it since then. So I went and got some lobster tails. I took the shells off. I made a really, really nice like lobster cream and that I like, cook the lobster shells down with a little tomato paste, some fennel, some garlic, some onion. I really like I spent like a lot of time doing it. I poached the lobster tail in like a white wine butter sauce with like a little bit of like rosemary sprigs in there to kind of give it like a nice herbaceous flavor. I made biscuits from scratch out of like I made Old Bay biscuits, just like out of scratch, and I do all this stuff. She comes over, we sit down, I take one bite, and I kind of just realize I'm like, I don't think I like lobster actually. Like I spent like 2 nights,
Just
like
making this, yeah, going in
yes,
on this dish.
yeah, and like it was really like tasty, and I was like, no, no, this is like kind of what I was aiming for in my head. But I just realized afterwards, like I just don't think I like this very much. So, that was just kind of funny, just to be like, fucking nailed it, but no good actually.
So funny.
So good. I've been kind of working through a little like hip, lower back kind of thing this week. My lower back's just been like a little on the sore side, and it's so funny because like Ellie was like massaging me with a massage gun. She's hitting my lower back, and it's just like not really like kind of getting the spot, and I kind of can't figure out why because that's where all the pain is. And she just like jokes and like hits my butt with it, and I was like, "Whoa!" I'm like, "Hang on!" And she starts like massaging my butt cheek like with the thing, and I'm like, "Dude, is your butt connected to your lower back?" And she's like, "Of course it is." And I was just like, "Fucking nailed it." So she's been like, it was so funny, like because for like 2 or 3 days I was like, "Nah, my lower back like hurts really bad. I'm actually kind of struggling like." Certain movements I was like kind of like in pain for, and then all of a sudden she just like hits it, and the next day I was like, whoa. Like I can stand upright again, like this is nuts.
The back pain relief in like butt, like it's crazy, crazy,
Hmm.
crazy, crazy. Like
Yeah.
I was having a lot of lower back pain, and I'd like also like when I was swimming a lot, you're like hip flexors and stuff, and so
Hmm.
like to get my hip, I'd roll on a tennis ball on the side of my knee because it's like the connected from your like it's basically this like thing is
Okay.
connected from your ankle all the way to your hip. And so
Hmm.
like hitting like the nerve there like released it was so I was like, "Oh, this is awesome." So like I would or if my knees were hurting, I'd do it opposite wise to my hip, like put the tennis
Hmm.
ball on my hip and it'd like help my knees out. It was so I was like, "Oh, this
I'm,
is interesting."
I might have you like send me a video of that later because I might like do a little bit of that here at the store because
It's
it's still
nice.
like a little on the sore side. Like I can stand up. I'm totally fine. I think like maybe like I don't know, Monday or Tuesday last week. Like I don't think I was able to like I
Oh,
went out to trying to throw, and like stomping on my right foot hurt really bad, and just wasn't a good situation. But yeah, no, I'm gonna reach out to you about that later for sure. Did you see that there was a par six on the most recent Jomez event?
no. That sounds
Yeah,
awesome.
and for FPO, there was a par six. It was hole 18, 1,000 feet, par six. I thought was really interesting. MPO played it as a 1,000 foot par five. Um, I don't know. I think I have like I don't know if I don't know. The little bit of research that I've done into it, part of me thinks that this hole actually should just be like a little shorter. MPO as a par five still averaged 6.11. FPO as a par six still averaged 7.51 for the entire tournament, not just like one round. That's the entire tournament.
Jeez.
Averaged 1.5. So like, it's not that the par six was not appropriate for that. It's just that I think that hole's just too hard. From what I understand, there's like two water carries, something like that. So I imagine one of those water carries doesn't have to happen. I did see a couple of like tens throughout, which are crazy. And I'm not against people taking like really high scores or anything like
Yeah.
that. Like if you're throwing bad shots out of bounds, you're gonna rack them up and that kind of thing. But yeah, it was really interesting. I don't think I've ever seen any tournament have like an official par six like that. And part of me is just like, I don't know, how far do we want to push this? Like,
Par 10.
yeah, well, is the par 10 like too much?
I
Like,
played around with Luke Gent this last week and he goes, "Have you heard about the par 20?" And I go, par 20.
What's the par 20?
He was messing around, but I was
Oh,
like, then
damn.
we started going crazy. We're like, all right, you got to shoot up here through the gap or you got to go under the netting to
Mm-hmm.
go over the netting
Mm-hmm.
to go do
It's pretty
2 laps
funny.
around the tree. And I was this whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. You start making like every basket being its own Mando, and you're like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, yeah. That's kind of fun though. I kind of dig it. I like doing stuff like that. Like North Bend is so fun to be like, okay, this is going to be a par seven from corner to corner. Go have fun, you know?
You can really do it there. It's
Oh
fun.
yeah. There's so much space. It's really good. I have a couple of ideas. Like originally I had like a par five setup out there, and then it was like in reality this is like three good disc golf holes instead of being one like okay, kind of like long, stretchy par five. Like it could be three like really, really awesome holes. So like what are we doing here? You know, that kind of stuff. Um and then I want to go through the YouTube comments from last week because there was some like bangers on there.
Some great ones.
Um, yeah, first and foremost, Neapolitan ice cream won. Give me the serval. I'm not saying I'm winning. I'm not saying I'm using straws or anything. I'm just fucking ready to fight. And I was like, that is, I love that attitude. Like that's the kind of shit that I want to like end all of 2026 with, like that kind of mentality. Like that is so sick. Um, my homie Derek Chan. This was great. My face when Caleb was describing ramen. Honestly, that his crushing up a bag of ramen is crazy in the first place, and then leave it to Derek to come up with the best nickname for
So
Caleb.
good.
Uh, Caleb kicks you in the groiner joiner. I'm disappointed I didn't think of it myself. You
It's
know, it's really
amazing. It's amazing.
Derek's good with that stuff. Like he's a clever, like he's a dad now, so the dad jokes, the puns are just coming more natural, and he was already good at that before. So really, really cool to see. And then my favorite comment, and this one had me like crying laughing when I first read it. I was like, this is so, so funny. And I almost, part of me kind of feels bad that she feels like she has to defend this, which she, in no
You do
way does she.
not. You do not.
No, in no way do you have to defend this. But all right, all right. This is from Norma Joyner, Caleb's grandma here. All right, all right. Some clarification is needed about Pokemon. I never said it was demonic. However, he wasn't allowed to do anything Pokemon. He survived just fine. I love that at the end, like, he came out just fine. He's all right.
He didn't need Pokemon.
Yeah. That just, I don't know why, that just tickled me so much.
I
Like,
loved it.
yeah, we're such fans of Norma over here, so hell yeah. But at that, just so, so funny. Um, Okay, we're going to get into the tournament recap presented by Emerald City Discs. Tournament recap by
Emerald City.
Emerald City.
Emerald City.
Emerald City Discs. This past weekend was the Ravens Run down in Skamakawa, Washington. This is Lucky Mud Resort, I believe it's called down there. Really, really pumped for Pierce, ECD teammate Pierce Reynolds. He made it onto Fairway Media for the first time.
Let's go.
And not as a caddy, which is also really cool. 'Cause
Let's
he's been
go.
on there, yeah, 15, 20 times now as a caddy, kind of just staring into the camera, hanging out. So really, really cool to have him featured. I'm really excited to watch that, sit down and check it out. Grant sent me a message saying he was, really happy to be on there and all that. So proud of Pierce. Really, really awesome. We're going to go through the winners here real quick. Taking down MPO, we got Daniel Pfaff over Adam Alexander. Corey Gerber Dolan won FPO. MP40 was won by Jacob Gilmore. FP40 was won by Lori Stouffer. MP50 was won by Bill Winkler. MP60 by James Hustis. MP70 Richard Brumbelow. That's a cool last name, hard to say. MA1 was won by Brody Moser over David Hoth. Aaron Sturgeon won MA40 over... You know what? We're just going to say that he won MA40. FA40 was won by Nicole Fenimore over T-Bex and Jessica Rockstar. MA50 was won by Bruce Sweeney Weaver over Jake Dixon. FA50 was won by Holly DeWitt. MA2 was won by Cameron Childers. FA2 was won by Katie Harrington. MA3 was won by Brandon Clark. FA3 was won by Heidi Gursky. And then MJ15 was won by Aiden Fletcher, and Pierce Reynolds came in second place. Aiden actually lives on the property. He is the son of the owner there, so he definitely had like
home court advantage.
I mean, for sure, he definitely had the home course advantage. I mean, he still went out and shot really well. He had a 955 second round, so as I think he's like 12 or 13, at that age, incredible, really, really awesome of all of them. So. Super excited to check that out on Fairway Media. And that'll bring us right into the tournament look ahead.
Do I have everybody's attention now?
There can be only one World Wrestling Federation champion. Acknowledge me.
All right, next week we have the South Sound Classic. This is one of the biggest events in the state of Washington every year. We don't have a lot of local A tiers, so to have one be the like kind of our guy is really, really cool. This is a DGPT Q Series event, which we've talked about before. Really cool, just kind of a way for players who are able to kind of tour and kind of hit these DGPT Q Series events are able to maybe get themselves or play themselves into getting a tour card and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So really cool to see. It is 3 courses over 3 days. We are going to Delphi, we are going to Shelton, and we are going to Evergreen. Personally, I don't love Evergreen as the finish for those 3 courses. I totally understand wanting to rent Delphi on Friday because the course fees for Saturday and Sunday at a golf course like that are going to be way, way more expensive for Saturday and Sunday. So I totally understand that. But I think personally, I would rather it go Delphi, Evergreen, and then finish on Shelton and maybe do like Shelton Blues instead of Shelton Whites. But I don't know. I think it's all fine. Just Evergreen has a bunch of like those like real kind of like short kind of like I don't want to call them dinker holes, but they got a bunch of holes that are under
Shorter ones, yeah.
Yeah,
I see it.
So and I think for that kind of event, I would just love to see like hole 18 at Shelton is a sick finishing hole, right? So something like that would be really cool. A lot of scoring separation and that kind of thing. We went to Delphi yesterday, and they're working on a bunch of like the golf greens. So, or not the golf greens, the sand bunkers like around the golf greens. So, hole 5, for instance, that big downhill hole, that bunker that's on the left has been like completely carved out, and the way it's kind of carved out, if he makes all of that OB, that's going to be a pretty hard shot because like it's like no longer like in line with the golf green. It's like longer than the golf green is, so that carry is even harder now. So and it's like grabby dirt and grass too, or grabby sand. So if you do happen to like hit it, you're not going to skip off. You're going to be kind of grabbed in there. So definitely made that shot a lot more difficult.
Yeah. Be interesting to see that.
Yeah. I'm wondering where the tournament. Yeah, I don't know where they're going to draw the OB line, so it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, excited to get out there. I'm going to be out there pretty much like all week. I think tomorrow we're doing this on Monday, so I think Tuesday I'm going to spend most of the day at Evergreen. Wednesday I'll probably hang out in Shelton, and then Thursday I might just play like a quick round in the morning at Delphi, and then just relax kind of the rest of that time and get ready for the event on Friday. So
nice.
Yeah, should be a cool week of practice.
We're doing this on Monday. I'll be at Rainier.
Oh, that's right. You got that going on this week.
Yeah, I'm doing that tomorrow. I'll be the next 2 tonight, Monday night, I'll be here. And then Tuesday, when you're watching this, I will be camping. I've only gone camping one time, and it was like a one night, really small one. But so even a couple nights at Rainier. It's going to be like the most I've ever camped, so I'm quite excited. I've always wanted to camp and stuff. It seems fun.
That's sick. Schrock was telling me that his wife is on a like 200-mile hike or some shit like that. Like that's like her thing is like height like shit. He told us this like 2 weeks ago that her job is to
Yeah.
like show people trails, like a trail guide or something like that. So she's doing this like 200-mile hike he was telling me about, and like she was able to get service, so she was sending him pictures of her at like a 4,000-foot climb and stuff. And it's cool like how like he was telling me how driven she is, with like that as like a whole thing. It's really it's cool to hear. I mean, they're definitely like kind of more of a power couple type of thing, I think, than people realize. All right, we're going to dive right into the weather.
Weather look ahead.
Together we can reduce, reuse, and recycle for a greener future for disc golfers.
Oh, yeah. All right. Weather for Shelton this week. It looks like Tuesday we have a small chance of rain in the morning. Pretty small, though. I'm really not too worried about that, honestly. Looking at like a high of kind of mid-70s, so it's going to be a kind of on the warmer side. All week is looking like really, really nice, though. Friday, we're looking at a high of in the 80s, so that might be a little on the toastier side. That probably is going to be the warmest day. Sunday, I got a light chance of rain, but again, in the morning that I'm not even really worried about right now, so I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty nice weekend of disc golf, all in all.
Let's go.
Winds don't look too crazy. Actually, winds look like really down on Friday.
Oh, that'd be nice for Delphi.
Yeah, they're looking like pretty steady on Saturday for Shelton, and then they're looking like they're going to be down for the most part again at Evergreen, which would be nice for those last couple of holes because they do kind of get exposed out there. So, very cool. All right, there's no breakdown this week. There's no DGPT event, just that Champions Landing thing for the Jomez series. So none of that. But Ollie, hit us with that Sounders update, man.
It's bad.
Oh shit!
It's
the
bad.
Boys aren't good.
We won a League Cup last year. Literally last year. Similar roster. We have 9 injuries on our first team, which is just like, or 7 or something. Like, it's actually insane. Like, we have
the whole line.
We have so many 19-year-olds playing for like up from our second team. Like, it's a hard position to be in, and fans are getting frustrated. We've lost the last 3 games, or last 5 games. The Sounders have never had a 5-game lose streak in their entire existence. Like 5 losses, no draws, just straight losses. And we were sitting like 3rd or 4th before the 3 after the World Cup break. Now we're sitting in the 8th position in the West, which is just like, yeah, we're like fringe playoffs at this point now, which we might not even make the playoffs, and it's not looking like it. Everyone's getting hurt.
Jeez.
We are paying Jordan Morris and Rusnak. So they're in MLS, the way this structure is to like be able to pay people more is like they have like their caps and salaries for like their teams and stuff, but there's designated players, and your designated player is allowed to be above that contract. Like you can go and pay that person more because but teams only get 2 of them, or like 2 of them, I believe. And so we pay our 2 guys, and Jordan has been hurt, and as his past his prime, it seemed almost like a thank you contract, which is like, that's just horrible in my opinion. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm glad, but like there's no reason a guy like he really shouldn't even be starting for us. He had his time's just passed him in the sense of like that, where like one of our biggest guys is constantly hurt and in my opinion not good enough to be in that role, and we're paying him more money than we should be. And then we have guys that were just clearly we're selling guys for money and then not making moves, which is really frustrating. So like, while other teams are like signing really big players for like former superstars, and like getting like signing that would sell jerseys and make people just want to buy a ticket to go see that player because that might have been their favorite player in their Premier League growing up, or like watch them a bunch when they're in their prime. and now it's like we're having a huge spending problem. So it's kind of frustrating. Our
Mhm.
the I'm watching the games, I'm looking at the lineups, it's just like I don't even understand what we're doing sometimes. So hopefully we get a little turnaround. It's just been unlucky with I think health and everything, but also like when you don't spend money or sign guys and you're constantly selling our young guy, like we get good young guys that'd be pretty quality starters, and then we end up just selling them for money and then
Yeah.
not making that big return back. Like go get a guy that's like a Mo Salah that played in the Premier League that's going to be leaving and going, now he's going to Turkey. It's like we could have just grabbed him and like gave him a contract there, like it's things like that where I'm like, I don't know. There's still room for a big signing, which could be cool, but until I need to see it before I'm excited. But I did get my MLS. I'm watching every game. I'm watching a lot of games, but like, yeah, hopefully we make that move soon. We just picked up another international roster spot, so that could be used for a big player not from the US to come play for us, which would be cool. So,
Mm.
little frustrations, but I think our next game, yeah, we went 5-1, 3-1, 1-0. That was the last 3 games.
Jeez.
And it was against the Portland Timbers, our rivals, 5-1. Austin FC, which was the 3rd worst team in the division, and they beat us 3-1. And then the worst team, they had 2 wins prior to us this year. Philadelphia Union beat us 1-0. And their best player is a 16-year-old.
Yeah. You're getting outscored 9-2 in your last 3 games, too. It's tough.
And now we're playing the Portland Timbers. This is actually an awesome game. Hopefully we get some get back. This is like a must win, honestly.
Mhm.
Portland Timbers, Saturday at this is gonna be in Oregon, Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Tap into that because that's gonna be something to watch.
Nice. Yeah, I'm also think I'm kind of gonna use this like little like Sounders update to kind of like talk a little Red Sox too, kind of as we get into the season, and the boys are back. I don't know, man. They're like playing well. It's crazy. They just did a trade yesterday. That's like the first like big trade of the season. They traded Connolly early. Good
yeah.
starting pitcher that I like.
Someone came into my chat and said they dropped the news.
Yeah, for Curtis Mead, which I immediately had to go, who the fuck is that? And then had to look him up. And I mean, he's like, I don't know if this doesn't like if Curtis Mead is just like okay for the next couple of years, it's gonna be
bad.
fine. I think it's fine.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I like our resident Red Sox fan was like, what?
Yeah. I mean, Connolly early, I think everybody's projecting him to be at best like a number 3 starter, maybe like not even a number 2 starter necessarily, like a 3-4 guy. And if Curtis Mead averages 18 homers a year, which he's already hit 17 this year, but if he averages 18 homers a year for the next 4 years we have him under contract, it's fine. What is that? What is the number 3 guy worth when we have guys who are pitching as well, if not better? So I don't know. They're playing better. I don't think I'm fully like drinking the Kool-Aid. Like that's it. This team's going on a run just yet. I think I'm close though, and that worries me. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know, man. It's tough because like there's so much potential. Like I'm curious to see what else happens with this like trade deadline because I feel like they could make a lot of moves, and if they make the right
move made, yeah,
and if they bring in like 1 or 2 more bats that like I actually like, I could really start to fall in love with being like, no, that's what the team has needed this whole time is X, Y, and Z, and now you're starting to address that. I might be way, way more likely to be bought in than I have been before. And the pitching's been good, so nothing to complain about there. I'd love to see like 1 or 2 like risky moves, like a Aroldis Chapman in the back of our bullpen. Like if we could trade him for another like closer that we might have control over for the next like 3-4 years, I'd be really, really open to that, even if it is maybe like a slight step back in quality of closer. If we have him for a few years, like I'm into those kinds of moves where they're not solely focused on this year, but focused on the next 2, 3, 4 seasons. And I don't want the Red Sox to go for it this year. Like I don't want this to be the year that they're going all the chips in on putting them in the table.
Yeah.
Like
no, it's not this year. It's not.
No, like we've seen that this team can be dog shit, and we don't like we know that that's very possible. So like we don't. Yeah, this is not the team. But I'm also like I want to supplement a little bit, but kind of like look at have one eye towards the future. So I I don't know. It's an interesting time to be a Red Sox fan, that's for sure. So I definitely talked a lot of shit about this team, and I
I was
still
gonna say
stand,
I'd go pull
dude.
up some clips.
I stand by it though, because like at the time, like they were bad. Like it
They
was
were
like
really
that, like,
bad.
worst team in baseball, bad type of situation. So I stand by it. Craig Breslow, like I still don't think that he's the right guy for the job, kind of thing. But there's no arguing that he has been doing better, and some of his moves are working out. So I don't know. It's a roller coaster ride at the moment. So Ollie, hit us with that ODP guarantee.
We just talked about him. Sounders bounce back against Portland in Portland. Give it to him.
You got a score?
1-0.
Wow.
Jesus
All right.
Ferreira.
Oh, we even called us who's going to score? Unbelievable. I hope it's 2-1 and Jesus scores both goals.
I could see 2-0. And then I'll be in my living room. Jesus on fire. Your defense is terrified.
I like that you had to go with like the accent when you did that too. Like really. That's cultural appropriation, bro. I don't know, man.
Is it? I've been with the UK. I've been doing this since like 2010, bro.
Sweet. Okay, time to answer the KO question of the week. Pick one. You either fight a serval or for the rest of your life, every straw you use is slightly too small. Not crazy, but like really annoying. Ollie, are you fighting that serval or are you taking the short straw?
Probably do the straw.
Really?
Like I know I can win, but like, is it worth it? I'm also kind of small, so like,
I don't know that you could win. Like, hang on, slow
What?
down. Have you seen a serval? They're
dude,
huge.
I think I could kill a cougar, man.
Ooh, I don't know.
I think I could kill a cougar.
I think a
Or
cougar's
at least
looking
fight
at
the
you
cougar
being
off.
like,
Bro, I remember a old man, like 80-year-old man when I was growing up. I was watching the news. Probably the most memorable.
what are we talking about?
He fought a cougar with a ballpoint pen.
What was her name?
Man, I know this. And ever since then, I was like, I could do the same. You know, like it's that. I think I was like, I'm not. I don't know. Like if it ever happened, like, dude. Okay. Also, I'm killing a serval. Never mind. Changing my answer. I'm just gonna fight the serval and win. Now I'm not the disrespect.
I think I'm also fighting the serval, mostly just because the thing that annoys me the most is a short straw. Like I get so frustrated, like when you go to the movies or something and they have the extra large drink, but the straw only goes so much. So if you push it all the way to get your drink at the bottom, it just falls through the top.
Yep.
That I fucking hate that so much. So that is one of the more annoying things to me. So yeah, I'm always a fan of having like straws that are too large for the drink. So yeah, to have a straw be slightly too small would just annoy the crap out of me. So I'd rather go out there. I'd try to punch that serval in the face and then just play a lot of defense. You know, try to lock in a couple of attacks when I can. But I'm not saying I'm going to win against the serval. I don't know what losing
am.
necessarily constitutes, but
I'm winning.
I don't know, man.
That thing's running away from me, or it's dead.
If anybody has a serval and they're willing to let it fight Ollie, I'm really open to setting this up.
No,
So I can pay you a ton in
they
ECB
probably
gift
love
cards.
that cat too much, man. They
Think
know.
about it. Think about it. All right, comment down below what you would do, and we're gonna round this out with the draft this week. This week the draft is card games. A couple weeks ago we did board games, and Jeff Wallace commented a game that was not a board game. So thank you, Jeff Wallace, for this idea. I'm going to take the number one overall pick here, and my first pick for the card game draft is going to be Blackjack. It's easy. I mean, it's been like the card game I've known the most since I was a kid. My grandpa actually used to be the dealer, and I have a bunch of cousins that are all around the same age. So we'd sit around at like Christmas, and my grandpa would be the dealer, and we'd all just play blackjack at us.
Can't
So
see this, but that was gonna be my number one. I'm flipping you off, but
read between the lines. Yeah, it's got to be like the number one. It's like one of the simplest games to like learn. It's fun. It's not you versus everybody else on the table. It's just you versus the dealer, which it feels cool to beat and all that. So, yeah,
Well,
Blackjack is the number
I'm gonna
one
take-
overall.
I think I'll take the one I thought was a good number one overall, in contention, and a game I've been playing more recently. I only play it on Red Dead Redemption, but poker. Give me poker.
Okay.
I like I've been really liking poker. I have had poker nights with my friends. Those are really fun.
Like Texas Hold'em. I don't know.
I don't play
know
that much poker, gang. It
I
just
don't
says
know.
poker when I play it on Red Dead, and I like
Sure.
whatever that is. I like, and then I don't ask that many questions. I just know what I need to have and what's on the board.
Yeah, there's like 100 different versions of poker, like 3-card stud and shit like that. I don't know what that is. It sounds cool.
I remember,
but I just know like Texas Hold'em was the one that they had on like ESPN all the time growing up.
maybe that's what it is. Is that like the normal one?
Where
Now,
the
see,
five
I'm taking it as my
cards
one,
come
and I don't even fucking know. God damn it! No, you get like. We're taking that, and then we're gonna take another one of my favorite, Rummy Q or Rummy.
Rummy.
I'm a
yeah.
big fan of Rummy.
Like gin rummy, same thing.
I think.
Yeah, I don't know the differences. I barely know how to play
you just
gin
start
rummy.
matching cards and sequences.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
We'll take Rummy as a
That's a good one. My next one is going to be this is a game that I don't think a lot of people actually know about, and this is without a doubt my favorite card game of all time. It's called Monopoly Deal. It is basically like playing a game of Monopoly but in card game form. Ellie and I have had marathon nights where we play against each other, and we'll go 10 rounds of Monopoly Deal over like an hour or two. It's really, really fun. I just found a new version of it called Monopoly Deal No Mercy, and the rules on the cards just go absolutely fucking crazy. Like they're absolutely wild. You can like go into debt and stuff like that. It's really, really fun. There's a ton of strategy behind it. So Monopoly Deal is easily
Okay.
my favorite one. There's actually a while where I was like tweeting at Hasbro and telling them that I was the number one Monopoly Deal player in the world, and until they held a formal competition, I will not bow from my title. And I still feel that way. Like until I see an official like world championship held by Hasbro, I, Kirby Snyder, am the number one Monopoly Deal player on the fucking planet. Come at me. You want to play? Come at me. I got strategies you never even thought of in that game. What's up? Maybe not No Mercy yet. I'm still working on that one, but regular Monopoly Deal. That's what's up. And then the other pick I'm going to have here, and this is, as far as I'm concerned, a card game, cribbage. Even though there is a board involved, you're mostly played with a deck of cards, so cribbage is going to be my other pick.
All right. Oh God, I don't play that many card games. A game I learned recently that I really enjoyed. Have you ever played Durak?
No.
I think it's a Russian card game, but it's like you're basically it is Russian's national card game, and it's really fun. Durak means fool in Russian, and so it's not like there's only one loser and everyone else wins around, and like you're trying to get out. It's really fun, and so you don't want
How do you
to be
spell it?
Durak. It's really, really fun, and we've been playing that recently, and it's been so fun. It's like
I get it. It's cool.
Yeah, avoid being the last player out by like playing cards that like make sense with the deck, and then you can get more, like you can get cards given to you if you're not able to play cards, basically.
That's cool.
And
Yeah,
then you
I
don't
get
want to be the fool, and it's really fun. Yeah, it's really, really fun. So I take Durak. If you haven't played Durak, try it out. Find someone that knows how to play Durak. And then for the last game, I guess I'm just gonna go with this is kind of I put a decent amount in Solitaire. Give me Solitaire.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'll take Solitaire. My mom's a big Solitaire fan as well.
Oh,
On the
is she?
computer.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I love Solitaire. Played a ton, on my list without a doubt. I think I know what I'm going to pick for my last one. Honorable mention to Uno. Uno's a great game. Honorable mention to War. As a kid, that was just the flip a card, highest card wins, take the pile, play until you have all the cards in the pile kind of thing. Honorable mention, Strip poker. Love the idea of the game. Sounds like a lot of fun. But my pick here for my last pick, it's Go Fish. I mean, Go Fish is the classic card game you learned as a kid. It is super awesome. So Go Fish. So to recap here, I picked Blackjack, Monopoly Deal, Cribbage, and Go Fish. Ollie picked poker, just all of them.
We'll
Rummy,
take Texas Hold'em. We'll take Texas Hold'em.
poker, Rummy, Duroc, and Solitaire. Honestly, like all those games go real fucking hard, and they're all pretty solid. So
Very, very tough. This is
we probably
perfect.
could have mentioned like drinking games, like
Oh.
Kings and stuff like that. You know what I mean? There's a whole avenue like on that side of things.
I never really played card drinking games.
No, we played Kings a lot in
Kings.
college.
Hmm.
Yeah, it got kind of obnoxious, especially the later on. Like nobody won at Kings. You basically just played until everyone was done playing. And it's like if you get a king, you make a rule. All the cards have like a different thing that you're supposed to do. Like I don't know, 5 is guys, where all the guys have to drink if you pull a 5.
Oh,
and
yes,
stuff
I
like
played that. Yes,
Yeah.
I played that. Yes, I've totally played that. Yeah, never mind. What am I?
Yeah, it's like a game that there's no winner. You just play until like everyone's drunk or you have to go. Like that's basically the whole point. So
Do you have a quote? Any random quote?
no, my laptop's not working either. It just all shut down on me.
I'll give you. All right. Be yourself. Be kind. Okay.
It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh, I like that. This is episode 120. What that guy said. Aim high. Shoot low. We'll see you next week. Peace.